guys, we're back with the LS again, of course. And yesterday was kind of an interesting day. It didn't go exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought I was going to get a new AC condenser, but when I took it in and after Skip Sato looked at it, they said perhaps it's more along the lines of a new coolant pump I need. So I got a new coolant pump. $75. Ordered it yesterday, or about 70 some bucks. Got it today, obviously. 1 day shipping or so. Came with a gasket, of course. So it's a lot more expensive than some of the ones on Amazon. Cheaper than some of the ones on Amazon too. So, but all those were, I think the best I could get was September 2nd. But anyway, hopefully the guy I talked to at Skip, Davey, Skip's son, he said they were getting low coolant pressure when the engine was running. So, coolant pump is belt driven, obviously, and it's practically just the impeller. It either has curved fins or it just uses centripetal force to flow the coolant. So these wear out anyway eventually, so it'll be nice to eliminate that as the problem if it isn't the problem. Every time I look at the bottom of this AC condenser, the whole bottom part looks just completely destroyed, but in Davey's opinion, I guess it's not. So we will see. I got the air intake off right now, and now I'm going to be pulling some coolant lines and being ready to access the coolant pump. So let's get at it. So on my Lincoln LS, I actually have it sitting up on these ramps as stands, so it's a little bit easier to get to. I don't have to bend over as much. The coolant pump, at least I believe it is right under the water distribution piping, if you're wondering where it is on yours. So I don't think I'll have to take off the upper radiator hose. That's not really that much in the way. At least I should take off this one, the return, and the return from the heater cores. Alright guys, well, got the lower radiator hose off. I have the heater core, or climate, whatever you want to call it, heater core return hoses off, and probably drained enough. I had the hose from one of these all the way down and wasn't really putting out much water at all, or coolant. So the next step is I have this nice breaker bar that I haven't used yet, actually, and I have one of my dad's adapters because I couldn't find any. I probably have bought one before, but anyway, this is I don't know what the size is. Was it 1/2 inch to 3/8? Anyway, this will hook onto the belt tensioner and release the tension. Or yeah. Will release the tension. So maybe I can slip the belt off of the pulley of the coolant pump. Make sure I didn't disconnect. Well, pretty much want to leave it where it is so you know how to put it back on. Alright. Be careful not to move it later on. Bungee cords, very useful. Useful for holding pipes away from where you're working. This actually flows quite well. Maybe that's a bad sign? I don't know. grabbing the big bad socket set. Make sure I'm not laying this on anything I shouldn't. Alright, let's pull this one. This is not good. Is that, yes it is. Let's try this size. So that's not the right size. That's definitely not. And I bet this, nope, that's not the right. Okay. So I don't put them back exactly where they're supposed to be. Oh! You need a special tool just to take out the sockets. Alright, it is not a 9mm. We'll try 8. Okay, it is an 8, and actually I'm just realizing I probably should have kept the belt on there so I don't have the pulley moving on me. I think I can work around that though. Nope. Okay, belt's going back on. It's kind of like a wheel before you jack the wheels up. So you can take them off. You loosen the lug nuts. Okay. Now there should be some tension on here anyway. Okay. Yeah, all we gotta do is loosen them right now. Do a little bit more and loosen them anyway. Really should have my Milwaukee socket ratchet thing. Ratchet. Yep. That's what it's called. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Loose enough to turn by hand. That one is not. At least it's turning. Oh, come on. Wow. Ouch. Loosen the last one. Oh, oh, oh. Don't drop the screw. There you go. Instantly regret dropping. There's only 3 of them on here. Like I can find, well, I could probably find another one that's the same size, who knows. I actually have like some spare ones from Unnecessary Things somewhere. I think in my trunk I got some. Rather not lose them. Man, this one's like, this one's really in there. Doesn't move unless you got some leverage. One thing I just realized is there's 2 little coolant hoses going from the upper or the lower radiator, which is the return, to the oil filter housing. And why isn't this coming off? I wouldn't expect this to be like easy to come off anyway, but it's not like I can smack it with a hammer. Not that that's. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull the pulley off anyway, because there's bolts behind the pulley. I can leverage it a little bit. Anyway, I was saying there's coolant hoses going to, ascend and a return to the oil housing, oil filter housing. I thought this just had an oil cooler on it. Some between the radiator and the condenser. That's not working. But it actually does a heat exchange there. Technically, the cooler, I have the oil. If I put like an oil filter relocator kit, which would allow me to put an oil cooler in pretty easily. The cooler that oil is, the cooler the coolant would be too. Ugh, don't want to be pushing on those wires. Oh, come on. That's loud. Huh? Doesn't it just pop off? Come on. Of course, I'm going to be pushing on some plastic. Maybe if I insert and then twist on this. Ugh. Smelled way too much coolant in the last 24 hours. Huh. Oh. When you're stumped, consult something. So this is where the pulley would go. Yeah, all that looks exact. As you can see, those are the 3 holes that the screws go into. I wonder if there's any threads in the pulley. I doubt it. Oh, man. Hate working on cars when you got a headache. No. It goes all the way through, most likely. Okay. Oh, I wish I had a 90-degree or an angled screwdriver. Hate to bend this one. It's not mine. Yeah, let's go from the top there. Oh, that don't fit. Yeah, it looks like a flashlight here. Hey, I can see now. Maybe I can get in from that angle. Put a spacer in there. How about from this side? Nope. Maybe this thing's just in the way. Heck. Throw a loop around it. Oh boy. So guys, this is the original pump. 117,000 miles on it. Still looks pretty good. I mean, the fins on the inside don't look worn or anything from coolant flowing right by them or anything like that. It does look a little cracked right about there where the fin hooks into the ring that goes all the way around. Versus that still looks like all one piece. I don't know, this could be worn, slightly, but it seems like it's still in pretty good shape. But obviously I got the new part, and you don't want water pump to go out, so might as well replace it. All right, guys. Well, I'm ready to throw my new water pump in. Of course, this is the pulley for it. Actually, I have to grab it back here. One thing I'm going to do before I do so is, well, first of all, to get this off, well, to get this off, I had to get this off. To get this off, it took some WD-40 and a couple more minutes of frustration. This is actually the bolts that hold this in. And of course, I think I showed you guys these, but this is the bolts that hold this in. It was quite a pain to get this in there. Of course, it doesn't really matter which way you do it, but oh, uh-oh. Actually, that's interesting. It's a triangle kind of bolt holding this connection on here. You can possibly see. I thought that conformed to this pulley, but it does not. So the only thing actually connecting both of them, or coupling them together, is the 3 bolts. So actually that doesn't have any, there's no problems with, I don't know if it's supposed to go that way. I don't think it's supposed to go that way. Okay, it's definitely supposed to go that way. So it just loosely fits on there, which is good. I was going to WD it up so it definitely sticks there, but don't need to do that. Time to just throw it in. This is supposed to be on the bottom. I don't know what this is. It's something anyway, though. Aha, gasket. Now, I cleaned it off as best as I could. It looks pretty clean to me. I guess we'll find out. Hope there's no problems with it, but this goes on a certain way. There are 3 little cogs, whatever you want to call them, on this gasket, so you know which way to go on it. Wow. This is not right. Go this way. Wow. That's a tight fit. Okay. That's probably what you want, though. All right. So it goes in like that. All right. And I got my Ryobi impact with sockets on it, so it should go quicker, but at least put it in here and get the bolts started. Couple of the bolts. Shoot, I can't see. Earth crap. Yeah, maybe I can see now. Oh, it looks more beautiful already with this new water pump. These screws really handled well. I mean, this is the inside. Those are protected that way, but I don't know. Interesting, huh? Interesting how those look. They look like all aluminum bolts. So, oh, let's tighten. Let's get it a little tighter. Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. There's almost no way to cross-thread them, are there? Is there? Oh. Oh, now it turns. Okay, maybe the pump was pinching it. It was sinking down a little bit. Okay. Let's try that again as I hold the pump in place. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. All right. 2 more. Do not know what the torque specs on these are, so I guess I'm just gonna keep on going around and tighten them a little bit. Uh-oh. That's loud. And it's all the way in as well. Actually, that bolt didn't move whatsoever. That other one, let's try it again now that I tighten the bottom one. Nope, that one's really not moving much at all. These were so loose I could loosen them with the wrench, so I don't know. Okay, that's probably good enough on that one. Okay. Now that I aged my ears about 15 years, I can put the pulley on. Interesting to find the holes. Oopsie. That these screws go in. Man, I can see these darn flies. I got a torch behind me, but the torch is way too loud. They can hear me coming with that thing. Alright, so I'm just gonna point the thing, one of them at the top, and then I guess I'm gonna just feel around for that hole. Well, maybe I got it. Yep, that's threading in there. Okay, after I get the second one in, the third one should be a piece of cake. And I think I just got the second one. All right. So these are all 8mm. Interesting. It's just different lengths of 8mm bolts. Stay. Okay, what I'm going to do is put the belt back on and then do some hand tightening, which means I need this socket here. Okay. Darn bugs. Okay, so, right. Is the right size for that. This might just be in the way. That right there for now. Oh, hopefully it doesn't slip over off a pulley. I think that's on that pulley. Please don't have moved on me on any other. Okay, everything looks good. Perfect. Alright, so now it's time to do the final tightening on the pulley. And I think the water pump, the 5 bolts that are long, I think that's they're tight enough. Cross my fingers on that one. I don't know, I hit it with the impact quite a bit, so that one turned a little bit. This one's turned a little bit too. Maybe I'll hit these with the impact as well. Hopefully I don't break them off, because if I do, I'm pretty screwed. I don't think this impact has a lot of torque. It's a very, very small impact attachment. It's a Job Max. You know, this thing's nice. Throw an oscillator blade on there. You can buy some other Job Max attachments. Okay, that's not moving at all. I think there's a Sawzall one, a circular tool for cutting through sheetrock, for outlets. There's maybe a couple other ones that I'm not remembering. Okay, I think that is it. So unless you want to watch me throw these tubes back on and fill up the coolant and throw the air intake back on, you know, this is the end of the video. I guess I'll see you guys at the next one. Hopefully you like, share, subscribe, and comment. It's all good for the channel. The cannel. It's all good for the cannel. Or the camel. Yeah, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Alright guys, I will see you at the next video. See you guys later.